There is a quiet question that visits almost everyone at some point in life, though few people ever say it out loud. Why is it so hard to find peace? Not the kind that lasts for a few happy moments, but the kind that stays with you after the conversation ends, after the house grows silent, after the lights are turned off, and there is nothing left to distract your thoughts. We spend years believing peace is waiting on the other side of our circumstances. We imagine that if we could solve one more problem, earn a little more security, or finally understand what God is doing, our hearts would settle. Yet every answer seems to make room for another question, and every finished chapter is quickly followed by another uncertain beginning. It is easy to spend so much time chasing tomorrow that you slowly lose the ability to notice what God is placing into today. Perhaps that is why Jesus spoke about peace in such an unexpected way. He never described it as the reward for having everything under control. Instead, he said, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." Those words carry a quiet truth we often miss. The world teaches that peace comes after certainty. Jesus offers peace before certainty ever arrives. That changes everything, because if peace depends on knowing what tomorrow holds, very few of us will ever experience it. There will always be another decision to make, another bill to pay, another prayer that seems to linger without an answer. But if peace grows from knowing who walks beside you, then even an uncertain road can become a place where your heart begins to rest. Maybe the greatest burden you have been carrying is not the difficulty itself, but the belief that you must figure everything out before allowing yourself to breathe. Sometimes, anxiety disguises itself as responsibility. It whispers that if you think hard enough, prepare carefully enough, or stay one step ahead of every possibility, you can protect yourself from disappointment. Yet the more tightly you try to hold tomorrow, the more today's quiet beauty slips through your fingers. You begin to overlook the ordinary moments where God's faithfulness has been gently waiting for you all along. The warmth of a cup of coffee before the day begins, the sound of rain against the window, the first light of morning filling a quiet room. None of these moments solve your problems, yet they quietly remind you that life is still being held together by hands greater than your own. We often expect God to speak through extraordinary events, while He patiently reveals His presence through ordinary ones. Peter understood how naturally the human heart clings to its burdens. That is why he wrote, "Cast all your anxiety on Him, because He cares for you." He didn't say to ignore your fears or pretend they don't exist. He simply reminded you that they were never meant to become your permanent companions. There is a quiet freedom in realizing that God never asked you to carry the weight of every unanswered question. He asks you to trust Him with what you cannot hold on your own. The Apostle Paul wrote something equally remarkable. "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Notice that he doesn't describe a peace that explains everything. He describes a peace that guards your heart, even while some questions remain unanswered. That is a very different kind of peace. It doesn't wait for life to become predictable. It quietly grows as you learn that God's presence is more dependable than your ability to understand every season. Perhaps the peace you've been searching for has never been hiding somewhere in the future. Perhaps it has been patiently waiting in this very moment, inviting you to loosen your grip on what you cannot control and rest in the one who never loses his hold on you. You don't need enough strength for next month or even for tomorrow. You only need enough grace for today, and God has always been faithful to provide exactly that. So, before you move on with the rest of your day, allow yourself one unhurried breath. Let your thoughts become still for just a moment. You do not have to solve every uncertainty before your heart is allowed to rest. God's presence has never depended on how clearly you could see the road ahead. It has always been quietly walking beside you, one step at a time. And perhaps when you stop searching for certainty, you will finally discover the peace that has been waiting for you all along.